It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin joined, as always, by Charles Davis. CD, it's been a tough few years here in Houston. 4-4-3. Those are their win totals the last 3 seasons. But in is DeMeco Ryans, his head coach. What do you think he brings to the table?
And it's interesting you brought up the number 3 because DeMeco Ryans is the 3rd head coach in 3 seasons for this team. What he brings to the table: toughness, organization, and hope. He wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, the team he played for.
Well, meanwhile, the visiting Steelers come into 2023 with something to prove. They finished above 500 at 9-8 last year, but wound up on the outside looking in terms of the playoff race.
And you and I both know how it is around Pittsburgh. Death taxes and the Steelers finish 500 or above. But they want to get beyond that. They want to get back to those days when the Steelers were playing deep into the playoffs for the chance to go to the Super Bowl. And in fact, this team is continuing to get better.
Throwing first play is Pickett. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Damian Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Off play action, Pickett. They'll get this to his tight end, that's Pat Fryermuth. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Malik Collins, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Ogunjobi fit in well with the black and gold, even if it's 1.5 sacks, or his lowest since his rookie season. The Steelers, they gave him a new 3-year deal to continue to be a space eater in the middle of the defensive line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
The Texans send the punter out. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett now on 1st down.
This is caught by Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to stretch the field with Schultz.
They've got his man complete. And answer.
How did they get that done?
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
All right,
so we've come
thanks
upon
very much,
halftime
and
here
welcome
in Houston,
and
it's the
all to
home
our
team, the Texans, leading this
downtown
one.
Orlando
We'll get
studios
you over to Orlando,
for this
where
EA
standing
Sports
by is
halftime
Jonathan
report.
Coachman. He
We were
has
certainly
our
treated
EA
to an
Sports
entertaining
halftime
first
report.
half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking deep here from Mechie. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a hit and a loose football. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Able to push his way through. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 14. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield. And that brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try it for some bigger yardage.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Now a first down carry for Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Pickett now from the gun here. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pickett to throw on first down. Got an open man. It's Pickett. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud shoves him aside, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
With T.J. Watt injured for much of the 2022 season, Highsmith had a chance to emerge on his own. 6th in the league with 14.5 sacks and also led the league with 5 forced fumbles.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Pickett, he's got this to his running back, Harris. Here's second down. Pickett to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Looking to throw here, Pickett. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Texans scoop it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Houston set to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate.
Okay, break.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Pierce will try to pick it up. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On second down, here's Pierce. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether